Binance Coin has passed $500 and it is slowly catching up to Ethereum. Ethereum's market cap is $246 billion and the market cap of Binance Coin is $88 billion. So for Binance Coin to catch up to Ethereum, it just has to about 3x from here. And in this video, we're going to discuss what is going on right now with these projects. Also, a potential reason why the price of Binance Coin spiked in one day by so much. And also, I do have some huge news that just came out a few hours ago. And if this all sounds good to you, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps support this channel. And with that being said, let's get into the content. Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. When it comes to DeFi at the moment, Ethereum is the king. There's $52 billion locked into DeFi, and most of this is built on top of Ethereum. But we have a problem. We all know that the gas fees on Ethereum right now are just too high. If we head over to Uniswap, which is one of the most popular applications built on top of Ethereum, it can cost us anywhere from $50 to $100 just to make a simple swap. And a lot of people are very upset. So what are they doing? They are voting with their feet and they are migrating to new blockchains, such as Binance Smart Chain. But the whales in the Ethereum space have not left. This is the reason why these fees remain high. You would think if these fees get so high, people will leave the network and then they will come back down. But they remain high because those whales, the people with hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, they continue to use Ethereum, but the retail investor has left. And something that we learned in 2020 and 2021 is that the retail investor is much more powerful than they were 10 years ago. So if we head over to dappradar.com, we can see where people are going. This is a great website to see the action going on with these smart contract platforms. And as we can see, when it comes to the users and the volume, there has been a lot of growth on Binance Smart Chain projects such as Venus, Belt Finance, AutoFarm, and PancakeSwap. And as we know, the reason people are going to use these products is simple. It is cheaper. It is that simple. This is much cheaper to use than Ethereum. However, it does come at a cost. Also, I do want to tell you guys about some huge news that just came out a few hours ago. Binance will be introducing tradable stocks on their platform. You can trade digital tokens that represent fully backed shares of equity stock. And the value proposition here is that this is a market that will be accessible to people all over the world. And also it will be a market that is 24/7, 365 days a year, because as we know, the stock market is only open on certain days of the week at certain hours. So this concept is definitely very cool. So this definitely will be bullish news for Binance moving forward. Now coming back to these applications, I've used them before. I've made videos about them, which I will leave links for you guys down below on how to get started with these because it can be a little complicated at first. So I've used these and they're very simple and also very cheap. It costs just a few cents to make a transaction or a swap on something like PancakeSwap. And if we look at Venus, the interface is beautiful. What these projects did is they saw what was going on with Ethereum projects. They cloned them and they made the fees much cheaper, which is all you need to do in this space. If you can take the same exact product, copy it, you can make it look the same way, right? The same exact thing, but it's cheaper and faster. People will use it. And you're wondering, well, why is Binance Smart Chain faster than Ethereum? And the reason is because Binance Smart Chain relies on a system of 21 validators with proof of stake authority, consensus, that can support short block time and lower fees. So when it comes to Binance Smart Chain, the reason why it is faster and cheaper is because there are less validators on the network. If you have, for example, two people trying to come to an agreement, it's pretty simple. But then imagine 1,000 people trying to come to an agreement. It's much more difficult. So when we look at something like Binance Smart Chain, there's only 21 validators, right? Much easier to come to a consensus. When you look at something like Ethereum, where there are thousands and thousands of people trying to agree, this is why it can be so difficult for Ethereum to make any upgrades to their network. And this is often the argument that people have when it comes to Ethereum versus Binance, right? Ethereum is objectively more decentralized, actually, one of the most decentralized projects in crypto other than Bitcoin. And then of course, objectively, Binance Smart Chain is more centralized. But the reality is a lot of people do not care. And this is exactly what we're seeing, right? The data, the metrics prove this. Even though this is more centralized than Ethereum, people are still migrating over to Binance. And I personally believe this will continue to grow and more people will continue to move over to Binance Smart Chain. So of course, this has a lot to do with the growth in the Binance token price, right? People are migrating to these projects built on Binance Smart Chain and the price of BNB is going up. But also we saw an insane spike in the price of BNB in one day. And I believe this has something to do with the upcoming listing of Coinbase. With this Coinbase direct listing, it has attracted many users into the crypto space. More specifically, looking at tokens affiliated with exchanges. If we look at KuCoin, it is up 144% over the last 7 days. And if we look at Voyager token yesterday, just in one day, it was up 30%. So I definitely do believe this has something to do with this crazy spike in price as well. So we can see people are migrating over to Binance Smart Chain, right? It's faster, cheaper, even though they only have 21 validators, processing these transactions. Also, we can see there's the news of the tradable stocks coming to Binance and also the upcoming Coinbase IPO. But when we look at this space in terms of these Ethereum killers, I don't really like that idea because I don't think there's only going to be one platform for smart contracts. If you watch my videos, I do believe that in 5-10 years, we will have at least 2, potentially even 3 of these platforms. Right now, Ethereum is the leader, but Ethereum is moving very, very slow. Again, it comes back to it being so decentralized. It is very difficult to make an update or come to an agreement to change something when a network is so large and decentralized. And Ethereum's scaling solution Optimism has been delayed until July. So we can see while all of these projects are working and catching up, Ethereum is kind of just sitting behind. But they do have time. Why? Because none of these projects are outright going to win this space. Right now, Ethereum is of course in the lead, but things can change fast. 5-10 years from now, it might be that Ethereum and Binance Coin are not even in the top 3. Nothing is a guarantee. When I look at the crypto space, the only thing I do think will guaranteed to be here in the top 3 for a very long time is something like Bitcoin. But when we look at these other platforms, it can change. So when it comes to Binance Coin, and we ask the question, can Binance Coin flip Ethereum in this current cycle? My answer is that I believe it is possible, but not likely. And saying that it is possible in itself, I think is a very big deal because I do not think I can say this for any other project. If I go down this list and say, can Tron or EOS flip Ethereum? The answer to me is no, that's not even possible. And the thing is, as Binance grows, which I think it will continue to grow over the long run, of course, there might be pullbacks along the way. If you're thinking about getting in now, just be cautious because we just went through an insane pump. But I do think that over the long run, Binance will continue to grow. But at the same time, so will Ethereum. There's no way that Binance will continue to grow, 2x, 3x. And Ethereum stays at the very exact price that it is now. Ethereum will continue to grow as well. And when it comes to that concept of the Ethereum killer, as I mentioned, I do not like it because I do not think one of these projects has to win. They can both win. Over the next year, over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, Binance Coin can go up and so can Ethereum, and you can also own both. There likely will be more than one smart contract platform in the future. And there will be others that enter this space. Right now, as we know, Cardano doesn't even have smart contracts, but eventually one day they will. And then slowly people will probably use that platform and we'll see what happens. Maybe in 3-5 years from now, Cardano is right up here with Ethereum and Binance Coin. These other projects that already had their trial, I think will not come back. For example, again, EOS and TRX Tron, they already were here, they already developed their smart contracts and people simply didn't move there. So I do not think that it will change now and people will go back there. Right now, Ethereum and Binance Coin, and there's room for these other projects to make a name for themselves. over the next 5 to 10 years, but I want to know what you guys think down below. Do you think that Binance Coin will flip Ethereum in this cycle, or do you think there is another smart contract platform that is better than both Ethereum and Binance Coin? And also one more thing I need to know from you guys. When it comes to centralization versus decentralization, does something like 21 validators on Binance Smart Chain, does that bother you, right? Or are you okay with it? So put your comments down below, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.